Hey now, I'm Whit, and I enjoy budget watch collecting just like you. And look at this. When you see that shiny yellow tape, you know you've got a package that's come from quite a far ways away, right? Inside the box is the new Pagani Design 1779, their version of Dark Side of the Moon, and we're going to check it out. Well, that's some new packaging since the last time I saw. Okay, got the usual Bond type military strap, cleaning cloth. Oh, it's wrapped up. Ready? Oh, yes. Look at that black and yellow. Man, that's sharp. Oh, look at that, reinforced on the leather strap as well. Woo! Let's get off the stickers. Okay, there's not a sticker on the front, just the back. You want to peel that? We'll look at that first. Here it is. Oh, a silent one. Wouldn't you know, I did it kind of upside down, but... So, all familiar case back. So, back around to the front now, though. That dial is textured, and it's got a bit of a moon surface kind of texture to it. As you can see up close here, it actually doesn't, it just looks more like a black textured dial. But look at that immediately too. Are you noticing that anti-reflective coating? Finally, right? Very nice. But yeah, from a distance, it's got more of a, I don't know, I mean, I can see it more in person here than I can on camera. I don't know if it's just the lighting. Obviously, with this domed crystal, we're getting a little bit of some reflections from the lights here. But I can see a little bit more of a moon pattern here in person than I think you can on camera. And that skeletonized section there, I mean, again, we're just talking about a VK63 Seiko mecha-quartz movement. But look, you see that set screw? It's got a nice little look. The sub-dial here for the chronograph. See the Pagani Design logo at the 12 o'clock spot. It looks like it's put together pretty well. Looking at the case now, you see brushing on the sides here, and then at the top of the lugs, you've got a little bit of high polish, which looks like they've done a pretty decent job with that. Looks like it's a little rough where it meets the brushing, but that high gloss there looks really nice on this case. I'm not the biggest DLC fan, but I like that high polish there. That looks really cool. That kind of gives it a nice little flair. I can't quite get all of the blue sticker off of that crown, but you can see that it's got their logo on there. See that blue part of the sticker just a little bit in the middle of the logo? Anyway, but so you got high polish on the pushers, which are not screw-in, and then you've got a screw-in crown, which again is signed with their logo. Man, that crystal just looks so much nicer. This is definitely improvement. You got a ceramic bezel insert with a tachymeter scale, and let's see, you have a running minutes up to 60 of your chronograph, and here is just your 24-hour time, which is slaved to the main handset, kind of a wasted complication if you ask me. And then a small running seconds hand there at the bottom subdial. Again, this is the Seiko VK63 mecha-quartz movement. Screw down case back as well, and 100 meters of water resistance. But you're getting this on a leather strap, so you're probably not going to want to take it swimming anyway, right? And not quick release, but it is genuine leather. It's got a pretty decent feel to it. Looks like it'll break in nice. It's pretty soft already. Got some padding in here, and again with those reinforced holes. That's a nice feature. And a fixed keeper and one floating keeper, and you've got the signature on the buckle. And look at that, that's interesting. So they did the same thing. See the brushwork? Let me zoom in for you. You got the brushwork on the side of that buckle, and then they go with that high polish up on top. So you can see how it's not really cut in very well. And so this is basically identical to the PD-1779, just again with the different colors and, of course, the skeletonized portion of the dial. Just some subtle differences, but it's nice, huh? Let's get this box out of the way and give you some measurements. Case diameter of 42.2 millimeters, and everywhere I see both watches, actually, you see the 1701, and again with the 1779, they list it as a 40 millimeter. Okay, if I measure just the bezel, I get 39.9. But I mean, who measures just the bezel? You always measure the case, so. Anyway, lug to lug of 48 millimeters, 20 millimeter lug width for your straps, and a case thickness of 14.4 millimeters. That is from the bottom of the case back to the top of that domed sapphire crystal. If you measure just to the top of the bezel, you're getting 11.4 millimeters. So it's relatively thin. It just adds a lot with that crystal. It doesn't wear like it sounds on paper. And it weighs 74 grams on the supplied leather strap. Let's see if there's any improvement in the loom department. Nope. That kind of looks like the usual loom. Let's see. Yeah. Looks like it's just the usual Pagani loom. So not really anything to rave about in this department. I will say, though, once your eyes are adjusted to complete darkness, you can read. I mean, look how bad it's fading already. But I will say, even though on camera and to your naked eye, looking at it immediately, even though it does fade quickly, you can actually read it towards the end of the evening, beginning of the morning. All right, I want to try it on, but man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm really excited. They added the anti-reflective coating to the underside of that crystal. Just kind of brings on a much better look. I didn't have a problem with the 1701, even though it doesn't have any. I usually, found that it's definitely readable all the time. I don't know if it's just because of the black and white contrast or what, but seeing that blue hue, though, it just really kind of adds a premium look to the crystal versus not having it. In addition to, I'm sure, improved legibility. So today I'm wearing the Van Banner Adroit. This is a Seiko NH34 GMT powered watch, and you can check out more in this video up here. But I just completely love Van Banner watches. They've got some great original designs and just unique pieces. This is no different. The Adroit from Van Banner. And there it is on my 8-inch wrist, and you can see that I am on the very last hole. Got it really, really loose, though. I imagine I just wanted to look like it was choking my wrist. Once that breaks in, I'd probably go to at least the second hole. But if you've got a larger than 8-inch wrist, you might have to look for a different strap option. But I'm not sure I really like the yellow anyway. I did in pictures, but now that I got the watch here in person, I don't know if that really suits me. It looks great with the watch, though. Obviously ties into the handset and the tachymeter print up top. And it's comfortable. It's a nice strap. But I just think that yellow might be a little too much for me. I'm not sure. I like it like that, how it's kind of shadowed. See, but then when you see it dead on, it's a little more bright yellow. I like that shadow look like that a little better. So maybe smaller holes would have been better. I don't know. But it looks good. So this comes in a yellow version and a blue and a red. So anything you see yellow here, trade it out for blue or red. Those are your 3 color options. All with the black DLC stainless steel case. Okay, I want to make sure I get you some more close-ups of this dial. Really, it's got a beautiful work. I mean, for a budget watch, that is an homage to a watch that cost $10,000 plus. This is a great looking piece. And I did just notice that they did something different with the ceramic bezel insert on the tachymeter scale. You can see that the numbers are laid out differently. Gotta say, I like this design a little better here, but that radial look is nice as well. That's pretty slick, I gotta say. That's, for the price, which I'll get to in a second here, seeing that all that you get, the specs, and I just love that crystal distortion. This is a great crystal. Seeing the skeletonized dial and, again, the features that you get for the price paid, this is another great budget watch from Pagani Design. If you wanted to see the reset of the chronograph, there you go. So these are about $110, I believe, US, but you can find deals going on. Just check the affiliate link in the description down below. During the 11/11 sale, these were around $60 US. So don't know if you can quite get that deal right now, but it's worth checking. I mean, there's coupons, and if I have some kind of an extra code, I'll put it down there as well. But yeah, this is still a great buy at $110. The battery life on this meca-quartz is about 3 years, depending on how often you use that chronograph feature, which, by the way, it will time out at an hour. So after this subdial gets all the way around to 60, it'll just stop, and the chronograph will look like that. So it's as if you didn't do anything. So you are limited to 60 minutes or 59 on what you can time things. But again, battery saving feature is the nature of that. Yeah, so the Pagani Design Dark Side of the Moon. Well, there is no dark side of the moon. As a matter of fact, it's all dark. My little Pink Floyd reference there. Yeah, but it's pretty nice, right? The Pagani Design 1779. What are your thoughts on it? Leave your comment down below. I'd love to hear your take on it. And I'll catch you in the next one. I'm Whit with so many watches, so little time and money.